You're tuned in to Ask the Master Auto Technician. Car questions? Get answers right now. Call 850-763-0555.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 yeah!
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our second part of Wednesday morning show. I got Karen Schoen calling all the way from Greenwood, Florida. Is that where you're at? Greenwood? Am I saying that?
That's where I am. You are absolutely correct.
I have never heard about
Greenwood, Florida.
I never have heard of Greenwood, Florida till now. I mean, I bet you it's a beautiful place. So far in the woods, y'all probably have to pump sunshine into y'all.
You're right.
So tell me what's on your mind. You're talking about the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Is that what you're on your mind? Tell us more about it.
Trans-Pacific Partnership. Of course, we had a historic day yesterday. And one of the comments that Donald Trump made in his speech was his reference to NAFTA and the fact that Bill Clinton was responsible for bringing us NAFTA.
Correct.
Well, the brother of NAFTA has become the Trans-Pacific Partnership. And it's very important that people understand, that we all understand, the importance of trade agreements, because the trade agreements right now have stolen America's jobs. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, to me, is worse than all of them. And there are 7 key points in the summary of it, and it's very, very important that everybody go and read it. If you can't read it, then I suggest you go to the AmericanThinker.com, look up Trans-Pacific Partnership. They did a fabulous article and have a great summary. The thing that got me the most is that it mandates 7 things that are very, very important. And one is that there is a legislative body that is superior to Congress. So it takes away the authority from Congress, puts it in the hands of the World Court, and now America must follow the World Court, not Congress. And once that happens, the people become irrelevant because Congress is the people's house and the people's watchdog of treaties. And if you remember, Congress refused to sign the climate treaty, even though John Kerry did. Well, if Senate ratifies, approves the Trans-Pacific Partnership, part of that is that they must follow the climate treaty. So they're locked into a treaty that Congress has already said, no, we're not going to sign. And that is extremely, extremely dangerous as Congress loses its power. It also requires an increase of legal immigration because it allows and requires other companies from other countries to come to America and bring with them their employees who do not have to follow American law. So we will be having companies coming to America, buying the land that America is on and the resources, like what just happened with Russia, as they now control 20% of America's uranium. So we will have other countries bringing their people here who will not be paying attention to American law. It reduces patent protection, especially for pharmaceuticals. So they spend all of this money developing something. They have to be able to sell it, and in order to be able to sell it, they have to release their patent, so there's no protection. It puts a quota on American agriculture. So our farmers will be told how much they can produce and what they can sell. It increases currency manipulation, meaning that China or any country now can reduce their prices to nothing and destroy what's left of the dollar, of which there isn't much left. But worse than that, and the worst thing of everything, is that it reduces any power that America has. America pays. America has no say in its future. We have no say in who will come to America and participate and become, and if these people come, remember, they will be able to vote.
Now, why? I'm curious. What in the heck are we doing this for? What benefit is this for the American public?
The people that are behind it are
Yeah.
the U.S. Chambers of Commerce. This is all about commerce. They don't care about the people. All they do is care about selling their product. So while they're selling their product overseas to one of these 17 countries, they are giving away American sovereignty, American rights, and they are giving away the freedom of the American people. Imagine, James, you're selling something to somebody.
Mhm.
They don't like who you are. Take you to the world court. You
Mhm.
could lose your business, everything, because the world court's not going to pay attention to who you are and what you have.
Well,
And
why?
they're not going to rule.
I don't understand, Karen. Call me a simple man. I guess I'm a simple man. I do not see any advantage for us to be part of the Trans-Pacific Partnership Act unless it's strictly to make America a weaker country financially.
You hit the nail on the head.
Financially, politically, and militarily, and judicially, because it takes away our judicial powers. It sounds like our military powers for being able to guard ourselves are going to be taken away if we don't agree with what they say. It sounds like our monetary policy is going to be augmented by maybe BRIC countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China. The BRIC countries, it sounds like they can change that. So it sounds like it's a lose-lose for America. Why in the heck are we even having people running for office to support this?
Well, because they have sold the bill of goods to the American people again of how this is going to improve American economy.
Oh.
There is no way, and this is, again, I go back to the original premise, this is the garbage that's being taught in school, that America is just another country, and that we should be sharing everything that we have in America, including our resources, our land, and our jobs.
You know, I get that
And,
same.
you know,
I get this.
It's a very interesting thing, but when you listen to the countries that are accepting refugees, Syrian refugees, for example, my question is, if these people won't fight in their own country for their own country, then what the heck do we want them to come here for?
I'm at a loss. I'm completely at a loss.
This is one of the reasons why I personally was so glad at what happened yesterday, because when you listen to Trump's policy speech the week before, one of the things that he said is that his policy he will renegotiate all contracts to make sure that America is in a favorable light, and he will bring back the American nationalism, which this is going to destroy. And he was basically the only one that actually understood that, because Ted Cruz voted to fast-track this, which gave Obama the ability to negotiate without Senate input, and now the Senate votes on it in an up or down vote, and they cannot add any amendments.
It sounds like a lose-lose situation for the American public. I don't think we're
It is a lose-lose, and the reason why I'm talking about it so much is that we have to call our legislators, and we have to make sure that this does not get ratified.
No,
so Marco Rubio.
we're talking about our U.S. You were talking about our congressional legislators that are in Washington, because
Washington, and we have it's not the legislators, it's the Senate, because they will be the ones that will be ratifying this. And I know that they are trying to pass this while we're all paying attention to the elections, so we're not paying attention to what goes on around us. And we have a bad tendency of doing that, but it is important that while we pay attention to the election, we always have to say, oh, what else is going on that I'm not listening to?
Absolutely. Same thing with this bathroom brouhaha. Transgenders have been using bathrooms of their choice for the last 1,000 years. And this is all a bunch of keep you distracted, a Ponzi scheme, so to speak. Keep you watching over here while they do something over here. Maybe it's a magical act right here. You got the patter that's going on. You watch the right hand while the left hand does something different. But tell me about Marquito, our senator that sometimes shows up as Senator Marco Polo down there. Is he for the TPP? I think I remember where he was pushing for it along with Nelson. Both are senators.
He was in favor of it, but when he was running for president, the American people screamed so loud and said no, that he became against it.
Oh, okay. He flipped.
So,
yeah. So
we have to make sure that he keeps his word. Ha ha ha. But we have to be on him, and that's going to be really, really, really important because we have 2 states that have actually said no to Obama's refugees, and states are beginning to beat their chest and say, no, we're not going to take this anymore. It's Article, the 10th Amendment says we don't have to. And this is part of what is happening. Right now, Kansas and Tennessee have said no to the refugee program, and there are other states that are sitting in the wings saying, wait a minute, if they're going to say no, we're going to say no also. This is Obama's overreach. So these are things that are going on around us. We had some good news yesterday, and that was that the Supreme Court upheld the ID for voting. So in order to vote in Texas, you have to show an ID, and they said that that is not unconstitutional. So that at least gives us a minute amount of protection.
So the Supreme Court ruled that is not. So the Supreme Court ruled that is not illegal to show ID to vote. This is the U.S.
correct.
Supreme Court. What was the? I know right now it's only 8 on it instead of 9. So what was the vote like?
Oh, this is in Texas.
Oh, the Texas Supreme Court, not the
Texas
national Supreme. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But it sets a precedent for other states that want to do the same thing, just like the transgender. Marion County, Florida, proud of them. Marion County, Florida just passed a bill that said in Marion County you have to use the bathroom of your birth. So we are going to have counties. This is going to be such a mess, and it's so stupid because, as you said, James, this was never an issue until it became a distraction.
It's just a distraction. Watch my hand over here. Watch my hand while I do something. While I pick your pocket over here. It's all about power. What we need, I know what we need. We need bathroom monitors. That's it. Our tax dollars need to have bathroom monitors like we had in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And everybody needs to drop their drawers to make sure we have the right gender going into the bathroom. And that's shovel-ready jobs right there.
That's right. Oh, yes, it's Bob, yes. Imagine that.
I'm silly.
Except
I gotta go.
country.
I gotta go. My wife's fussing at me right now. Karen, thank you so much for calling. We didn't talk much about cars there, but this all affects what you're going to have to pay.
Well,
to buy
it's going
a car.
to affect the cars because these are going to be the imports, but instead of Americans making them, they're going to be bringing over whoever.
Yeah, they may be coming from the land of NQR. Not quite right. I call that Korea.
Yes. But imagine they'll also dictate the amount of money that a person can make. So there's not going to be no minimum wage, and if they pay $4 in Mexico, then that's what they'll pay here too.
They're already doing it. When I tell people the minimum wage is put together to keep blacks from getting jobs originally, they look at me like I'm from outer space. I says, research it. You'll find out that's how they kept minorities from working by only encouraging minimum wage to whites, and that kept the blacks from getting jobs. I said, that's
exactly.
What that has
and
nothing.
Who did this policy?
Well, they all do it together to keep us distracted. Hey, I'm out of here. We're up against the clock. We'll talk to you next week, Karen. We'll talk to you all tomorrow morning. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 yeah.